Good Vibes Goddess Tarot. So today we're gonna do a general collective reading. Um, I'm using my music deck to pretty much because there's certain songs that I know comes out repeatedly, so we're gonna look more into that to see why they're coming out more than the rest of the cards. And yeah, so before we get started, we're gonna cleanse out the space and energy. So if you have headphones on, you might want to turn them down for a little bit. Okay, so first things first. Oh, also, all these cards, well, the songs that came out repeatedly came out pretty much twice. So, Dead Roses came out twice. Signs of the Times came out twice. The Harder They Come came out twice. Habitual Pain, and Say a Little Prayer for You. So, with Dead Roses by Ollie, he. Where's my notebook? What did I say? Where's my little post-it? He says, I know in my mind that I'm in love with you. Please don't waste my time watering dead roses. And new part is something been cold about your ways, feeling like autumn. I keep on falling like where's the bottom? And the normal stuff that I wrote on here with just because we talk, it doesn't mean we communicating. Why does it feel like I'm always explaining? And I'm not sure how all this love is remaining. And I know all my flaws, fully aware. Right? Okay. And also in this song that was new that I wrote down, he says that picking up the pieces, then you give me no credit, showing all your friends the praise I deserve. Guess you're truly as fake as your edit, and you just keep changing. Why do I feel like sometimes you don't care, but I don't. Hold on, that was another song. Okay, but that doesn't change how I think I feel about you. So that part with that, I don't think. Okay, I'm not gonna go on how the song goes. So with the picking up your pieces and give me no credit, doesn't no time out. I know I'm in love with you, so please don't waste my time watering dead roses. That's first. Then it's picking up the pieces, and they give you no credit, showing their friends all the praises that you deserve, stuff like that. So I don't know if you're jealous of their friends, but or jealous of how they treat their friends. That should also be a sign, an indicator to you, like this person value their friends way more than you. And then I guess this is true. You're truly as fake as your edits. So this person might also edit their pictures and also edit the version of who they are around certain people. And then it was the something been cold about your ways, feeling like autumn and stuff like that. And the part where it says, I know my flaws, fully aware, then it was, but that don't change how I feel about you. That's when I realized either you had a conversation with this person, or this person thinks and or feels that you want to accept them flaws and all. But when you did have that conversation, if y'all did have that conversation, they, rather than, I won't say like easing into it, It's like they started just blaming things on their flaws or trying to use their flaws as an excuse for the things that they're doing. So then then it became intentional versus unintentional, which was the difference. And they started doing things on purpose. And when they was doing it on purpose, they overdid it and was being very dramatic. So like, if this person was cheating before, let's say they had like it popped in my head. Well, like say they had one girlfriend and stuff like that, and you was like, all right, I accept you flaws and all this, that, and the third. They was like, all right, let me get two more, like that kind of thing. And it's just like, now that's not flaws, that's intentional. And oh, another notes that I have on this side is this person is gonna try to make it seem like everything that they did, they're gonna try to apologize and stuff like that, but try to make it seem like everything they did was unintentional when they did it on purpose. Because either you said you would accept them flaws and all, showed me like who you really are, and they, like I said, they overdid it, and so they intentionally self sabotaged the relationship, but they didn't intend on you finding out that they did it on purpose, or that they was aware of their actions when they did it and they didn't care how you felt. You wasn't supposed to find that part out. And then next we have Breaking Point with Carrie Hilson, and the part I wrote down was, I got a limit. Ladies, have you ever had a man who pushed away your love? He wanna stay out all night, don't care about how you feel. Every lady has a breaking point. Some women can be cheated. Look, some women can be lied to, cheated on. I think she was like abused and stuff like that later on in the song. And then we have, I hate to say it, but I wanted your last name. My mama said, what's wrong with your girl? Because honestly. And then, okay. From that song, the parts that I wrote down in my notebook was that you're petty. Well, this person is petty. The person that you're with is petty. That, and now, because dealing with this person, you now have a limit on your love. And also, for the people that's, in like the baby scenario, we can get more into that. Cause remember before, and I was like, there's a baby, and I don't know what that is about. I think I know what it's about now. Okay, and if I figured it out, we in for a treat. And yeah. So if you're in a baby scenario, right, situation. In this song, she says, and today I got a coffee and baby mama saying she backing up your shit. When you barely pleasing me, how you gonna take care of your kids, right? So yeah, it was that. Like, so it's either, if you're not the one pregnant, there's somebody out there pregnant with this person's child, and this person is either aware of it and they know it and probably not doing anything about it, or they are aware of it and are like just when they with that person playing house. I didn't want to say that, but that's what popped in my head and no other word will come up to. But so playing house with that person, and then it's like once they walk out the door, they're no longer playing house. They get back to like a date, like a different character, like a different I don't know, I won't say characters, but it's like they with like, it's like while they're there and stuff like that, like they would go baby shopping, talk of like this, talk of that, probably even talk about like extending the family, like having another one and stuff like that. But then it's like once they leave, get in their car, go like a block away, or even like somebody like literally just close the door, like walk out the door, all that goes out the window. And it's like, yeah, no, I don't want that. I don't know why I said that, like that kind that kind of thing. And what popped in my head was when the episode of South Park with Mr. Garrison, I forgot where he was or what was said, but he was like, What did I say? That kind of thing. It's like that. Like it's like once they close the door, it's like all of a sudden they realize like, oh, I didn't mean like what I said. Like I didn't actually want them. Like that kind of thing. And it's just like if that's not what you wanted, then why did you say that you wanted it? But then we have, yes, that's pretty much that little scenario right there. Oh, then more. Oh no, that's the next song. Then we have "Never Know" by Black and. Let me hold on. I gotta get back to my notes. Here he says, "Got me standing here when I'm trying to leave this spot. I got a baby on the way." Oh, and even if you're the one that's also pregnant, you pregnant. You're about to have ghetto twins, okay? You're pregnant and somebody else is pregnant at the same time. So your baby about to be real close. It's like their brother's birthday, about to be real close to them. That kind of thing. You know what? Watch the Upshaws. That's that, right? And or even One Tree Hill with Luke and Nathan. That kind of thing. That kind of thing. And okay, I got a baby on the way. I think about that every day. I ain't have nobody there, so I had to tell myself when to go. If I was waiting on you to tell me, then I would never know. And then I wrote down, separate, I wrote down, I know a lot of people, but I don't fuck with a lot. Just so they could think that I'm friendly when I'm not. So, it's like, this person wanted you to continue to give some and stuff like that, being like allow them to be in your face and like care and treat for them and nurture them as if they care for you and as if it's this friendly person. That's like when they really not. And it's like you was doing that before and it's like now you had your breaking point and this person did way too much. And then with the sign of the time by Henry Styles, it was the main parts with. Hold on, let me get to my actual notes. Okay, no, it's fine. So it says like the normal. Just stop crying. It's the sign of the time. Welcome to the final show. You can't vibe the door on your way to the sky. We never learned we've been here before. Why we always stuck running from the bullets? Question mark. Exactly. Because it's just like, why are we at war if this is love? Also, I wrote down like so each card had their own shuffle. So for Dead Roses, at the bottom of the deck it was if this isn't love, and at the top of the deck it was You're So Vain. So it's from New Edition, like if this isn't love, why does it hurt so bad? Why doesn't it leave me so sad inside? That kind of thing. And then that also explains this Baby Love by the Supreme, that kind of thing. Because once you hear the lyrics, you're gonna be like, yeah. And it's the reason why you thought it was love and stuff like that, but it's also tied to habitual pain, tied to your childhood and some type of family thing. And it's like where it should be love, you're actually fighting into war. But they try to make it seem like war is a loving thing, and it's like it's not. It's not. And it's like it's something. It's weird. And then that's why it's the question mark. Like it shouldn't be there, but they're there. And then we gotta get away from here. We don't even talk. Well, we don't talk enough. We shall open up. And then we have Imperfections by Celine Dion. And also from In the Sign of the Times, Henry Styles says you look pretty good down here, but you ain't really good. So just stop your crying. Everything will be alright. They said the end is near, and then what I noticed with this is a sign of the times. We have probably been doing this, time and time again. And it was like where before they didn't, y'all broke up, y'all got back together, and so they didn't really take you seriously. Whereas you was serious, like this time y'all like are not actually getting back together, like you meant it, like it's done. Now, Imperfection, Celine Dion. Okay, so where in this song, she's talking about her imperfections clearly, but she says, "I try to give all myself to you. I got parts of me that I'm trying to lose. Yeah, I got my own imperfections. I got my own set of scars trying to hide. I can't hold your heart when I'm fixing mine." So she give it up. She's not gonna try to balance the two and stuff like that. She's just gonna focus on one, pretty much. This is my summary of that just now. Right back to the lyrics. I ain't gotta save you, but before I could love you, there's parts of me. Well, before I can love you, I have to learn to love myself. Then she says that there's parts of me, and you are too. Like her imperfections are a part of her, and this person is a part of her, because I explain after. Let me finish with the lyrics. Then we have, and I don't really want to choose. Can you love me? Well, can you love them the way I love you? They made me who I am today, and it won't ever go away. Can you love them the way that I love you? And then she also says, before I can trust you, I need to learn how to trust myself. And okay, so with that, she pretty much is saying like she has her own things that she need to fix and she need to deal with, so she can't help or fix another person if she don't know how to fix herself. If she don't know how to love herself, she can't show another person how to love her. If she can't trust herself, she's not sure if she can trust another person. And so like I was saying before, with her imperfections are a part of her. Her flaws are a part of her. So in the other song, when it's like, I know my flaws, very aware, like your imperfections and you're very aware of it. And by being like very hypercritical of it and just mainly focusing on that, rather focusing, being in that shadow rather than focusing on the light and stuff like that. And it's like imperfection is what makes you human. When you think about it that way. But this person is a result of said imperfection. Like if she didn't have that imperfection, or if you didn't have that imperfection, you wouldn't really be talking to this person or gave this person the time of day. Which is why with this karmic cycles and stuff like that, when you heal them, you no longer attracted to certain things or certain people. That's how you can tell there's a false flame. If it's real and it's true, once you heal, it would always be there. It's still there. What popped in my, it's like a candle, right? A real twin flame or soulmate. No matter what the circumstances is, no matter what you go through, like wind, sand, rain, snow, whatever it is, that flame won't burn out because it's not meant to burn out. where a false flame, it won't be able to survive all those elements. Probably as soon as it rains, it's blown out. Or just a simple sigh is blown out. Like that kind of thing. It's just easily extinguished. Where a true soulmate and flame isn't. And yeah, like you can grow, change houses, move and stuff like that. It wouldn't affect the friendship or the connection any way, shape, or form. Oh, but also in this song, she said, "Hold on, I'm not trying to put you on the shelf." Then I said, versus this person, you're letting go of the relationship and this person, so you don't really care if they're dating or what they're doing. You're more so focusing on trying to make sure you're happy and your mental and your sanity, and you're just hoping or praying that this person is doing what's making them happy. Which, a little, it's kind of sad that what they feel like is making them happy is trying to make you jealous, and it's like that's not what your happiness is. That doesn't truly make you happy because you're not jealous. And it's like even if you were jealous, it would have made them pleased at the time, and then it would have went away because it's just like you would have just continued moving on with their life because you would have just assumed that they was happy. Like it wouldn't worked out the way they thought it was gonna work out. Ooh. Then we have I Heard You Got Married by The Weeknd and Lil Wayne. And then that also came out with Baby Love The Supremes. So this is when I had a whole bunch of questions. A lot of questions. That's why I was like, for the people that's in the scenario with the baby, it's about to get real juicy. Because it's questions, and maybe you're the only one that knows the answer to, or can like answer them or figure them out. Put it together, okay? I'm like, at this point in time, I'm just the Watson to your Sherlock, okay? So, till we figure this out, and then I become Watson, then I become Sherlock, okay? So, like I said before, this person might be dangerous, or they were trying to make it seem like it's unintentional when they didn't mean to. But and I heard you got married. It says the way that you hypnotized me, I could tell that you have been in control, and I know this is a fling. I know this is a fling, right? Okay. But you're hiding someone's ring. It hurts to think that I'm sharing you. And then my question was, okay, if you were in this baby scenario, in this baby situation, is the person that they're married to, you calling the baby mama? Because that's not the title that she's technically given. She is given wife. She's the one that's supposed to be pregnant. And you might not like it, but that's just, she's the one that's supposed to be pregnant. Okay? And my other question was, did they tell you they were married? Okay? If so, didn't you already know that you were sharing this person? So what's the problem? And then my next question was, does it hurt because you're the side? Like, is it that you thought you was the main, come to find out you're the side? Why does it hurt? Think about that. Sit down and think about why does it hurt? Because I'm confused. This song confused me. Like, it answers some questions, but then raised some questions. So it's just like, okay. And then he also says, there's a part missing. Oh. When he also says, you manifested this, but girl, I don't blame you. Things I should have known, the whispers that I hear, the blowing through my ears, the words I need to hear from you. Right? So that's when I started asking, like, did this person tell you? Because if they didn't tell you, then it'd be like, then I understand why I'm confused and you confused. But then it's like, if they tell you, why, is it because you're the side? You didn't expect to be the side? But if you knew it was a fling, you didn't think there would be others? Like, it's confusing them. You get it? Okay. Now, if they didn't tell you it was a fling, then if they knew it was a fling and you didn't know it was a fling, then alright, cool. But if y'all both knew it was a fling and it was equal parties, because he was hiding the ring, okay, hiding the ring. Well, it was the weekend, so she was hiding the ring. It's like y'all both knew there was a fling to her to be conscious and aware enough to hide it from you. To know that this wasn't information you cared to know or like that much or want to talk about or be brought up. And the part where he says, if you don't love him, then do yourself a favor, leave him. Your number's in my phone. I'm gonna delete it. And but why even cheat if you? But why you even with him if you're going to cheat? And I thought that I was gonna be with someone. And I thought you could be. And I thought you were someone that I could be with. I can't be with you. You're too deceptive. You put my love on the line, and I hung up on you. I am still in love with you, so you could still be in love with this person, which is why you trying to go through this habitual pain. So I don't know. We're gonna figure this out. But you could still be in love with this person. Then we have where the love at. Okay, that was a question that was posed twice. That was Lil Wayne. Where's the love at? And that's a whole different song by Black Eyed Peas. Where is the love? Like, this person, like, I don't see the love or what this is. This is dysfunction. I can tell you that much. But we're gonna continue. Then we have you walking down the aisle. I can make you run back. And then we have then the part that I wrote down is, now I am sure you have your reasons, your issues and your reasons, and the way that you have me wrapped around your fingertips. So it's like you sympathize with this person, which is why they pretty much picked you and chose you to do this too. Because your imperfections. They purposely, took advantage of your weakness. But they don't want you to realize that, because then they will come off as a predator, which that's what they are. They don't want you to be able to call a spade, a duck, but they are. That's what they are. And it's like, with this breaking point, at first it started with her friends, and then she said her mom. So it's like, people already was able to realize and spot this person and for who they are and what they are, but because your imperfection and your hurt and stuff like that, you weren't able to see it, or you saw it and you were trying to heal this person, help fix this person, but you realize that while trying to do that, it's like you have to save them while saving yourself and fixing yourself. And you don't have the energy or the time to do both, because they're not trying to help themselves at all. Or trying to help you help them, and vice versa. They just want you to do it all for them. Like, with this dead roses, like, a plant can't walk or move or anything like that. So, it's up to you to water it and care for it. And it's like, that's what they wanted, to just be a house plant, be a pet, be a child, and you just be the parent. But they have control over you as if they were your parent, and it's like that. It doesn't work like that. And especially if they didn't know what they want and don't know how to communicate it or express what they want or get what they want. And then we have Baby Love by the Supremes, right? And in this, here she says, well, they say, I need you, but all you do is treat me bad, break my heart, and leave me sad. Tell me what I did. Tell me what I did. Tell me. What did I do? There we go. Wrong. To make you stay away for so long. And then instead of breaking up, let's do some kissing and making up. Then the album name, okay, get this, is Where Did the Love Go? So where's the love? Where did the love go? And they literally came out together. Right? And so with that alone, it's just like, this person, but this imperfection and flaws and stuff like that. So like I said over here, like, I know my flaws and stuff like that. You're fully aware. This person was doing stuff intentionally and then try to say like, oh, it was their flaws, it was this, it was this, it was that, but it was actually their ego, their pride, right? They thought you needed them, you was never going to leave them no matter how bad they treat you. They would just be able to come and do whatever they want and leave and stuff like that. There'd be no consequences to it. So then we have Say My Name by Destiny Child. And everybody know that song, so I don't gotta write down the lyrics because it's pretty much the whole damn song. And it's like this, it's the sign, like, this person always did this, like, so you already know. So then it's like, once you realize what it is and stuff like that, they're gonna try to make it seem like, oh, you jump into like your conclusions, you making assumptions, and it's just like, in all actuality, this person did this plenty of times before, and it's just like, you recognize the patterns, not that you're making assumptions. You just make a note of the pattern. And then, what was on the bottom, or the bottom and the top of the deck for this one was Dancing Queen and Losing Control. So this person would pretty much dance around the problem. And also, the part was something for 17. So you either could have met this person while you were 17. This person acts as like a typical 17-year-old will do. Because the baby, for sure, if there is a baby or if there is a child, it's something but 13 months. And that's a year and a month. So, if it's like an actual baby, that sucker's out. Okay, in the world. Is alive. Been in the world for like at least, takes 10 months. So, it's 13. Been in the world for like 3 months now. Like, and if they wanted to tell you, they would have told you. With the hearing whispers from things that you should be hearing from them, they wasn't going to tell you because it wasn't their intentions for you to find out. And then we have The Harder They Come by Jimmy Cliff. Right? And the parts where he says, I'm gonna get my peace. Now what's mine? And the harder they come, the harder they fall, one and all. When the oppressors are coming to keep me down, forgive them, Lord. They know not what they have done. And keep me from fighting the things I want. Though I know when I am dead, you can't take it, but I'd rather be a free man in the grave they're living as a puppet or a slave. And then that is pretty much clarified with Read a Book by Lil Jon. And that's pretty much, he just spells out, telling you to read a book, read a motherfucking book, okay? And then he spells out read, READABO, okay, you know? Just read a book, educate yourself. Please. Which is, because when that came out, that's literally what popped in my head was Lilo and Stitch when Jumba, no, wrong person. Where, yeah, it was Jumba. And he first got in contact with Stitch, and he was trying to like shoot Stitch, but then he might have hit Lilo, and then he was like, I won't hit her, and then Pleakley was like, no, here, educate yourself, that kind of thing. Like that with the book is like, it's saying like spirits like you need to read something, learn up on something. Like the false flames, true flames, your growth would never extinguish the fire. They are supposed to help you grow. So your growth will never cause any interference or interaction or interference on how deep the connection is or how sturdy it is. And then we have I'm a Believer, but I don't know, the Monkeys? I'm assuming, right? Don't come to me. But and then there he was saying like until he saw this look on her face, like then he become this believer in love, like where before love was chasing him down and all this other stuff, and it was always hurting and affecting him, leave him, you know, looking and searching for his dreams. But he found that in you. But it's like after he done broke you down, that's when he found it. So it's like he wanted to diminish your version of love, right? So you can see his version, which is more chaotic and destructive. This person's love is very destructive. Very, 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 very destructive. Okay? And then we have Thinking About You by Frank Ocean. And we had that before, too. And then here we have They Cry. Oh. If you wonder about if they crying, you crying, they crying, y'all both crying. Okay? So it's not y'all both crying. And no, I don't like you. I just thought you was cool. That's why I kick it with you. I don't love you. I just thought you were cute. That's why I kissed you. So like I was saying before with my analogy, if there is a baby, it's like while y'all together, the person is saying this and saying that, but as soon as they go out the door of whatever y'all were in together, it's not even the next room, it's literally like the door, the house. All that goes out the window and they like back to being a whole different person. Or if they on to like, so let's say it's White, right? White is the one that's doing all this, right? And White has green, and he has black, and then he has brown over here, right? So while he's with green, if you have a baby with green, while he's with green, he's no longer this person. He's acting green and telling the same thing that green wants to say. Like, yeah, let's have a baby. We having a baby together. That's so great. That's so wonderful. Let's have another one. I want to have a family with you. I want this. I want that. And then this person, green might not be actually saying that, but it's coming out of this mouth. So it's like pretty much convincing them into believing like they on the same page or they want the same thing. Like they're parallel. This is the direction that they're going in. But it's like as soon as they leave right? Let's say they have to leave green to go over to brown. As soon as it's like they there, as soon as they get right here where they out the door, they no longer green. So they continue being white, continue being white, continue being white, and now they with brown over here. And whatever brown wants to say, wants to hear, they telling brown the same thing and becoming similar to brown. And it's like as soon as they're away from this person and back turned to this person, they're back to being clear, and then they go roll over to black, and then they become a whole different other color. And it's they want you to think like that's what love is and that's acceptable and you should accept it and you should be okay with it. But it's like that was never I don't know if it was never explained to you that this is what they wanted. But it's like, I guess, because, like, you know, if y'all both knew it was a fling, and if, like I said, if it was you didn't know and the baby love is you, like, you're actually in love with this person, you're confused and wondering why they not coming home, what are they doing. It's because they assume that you knew it was a fling. Because they knew it was a fling, so you should be able to know it was a fling. And that they were seeing other people. That's why I'm just like, this song, it raised a lot of questions. And then we have Baby One More Time by Britney Spears. When I'm not with you, I lose my mind. My loneliness is killing me now. Oh, pretty baby, I shouldn't have let you go. So we're going to come back to that. Then, okay. So, yeah, they thought like they could just walk away and leave from a long period of time and then come back and you just take them back because you need them so much. They wanted you to get accustomed and used to the destruction that it becomes like a drug to you. Like you need your fix and this person is the only one that can give you that fix. Then we have Ghetto Gospel by Emmanuel the Prophet. Right, this is talking about like how he changed his life. He went from thugging, being in the clubs, to now being a thug for Jesus. And yeah, that's pretty much self-explanatory. So it's like with this read a book, you start becoming more educated, more aware of your flaws, becoming more spiritual, and you're starting where she said over here, like she have things that she have to let go and release. You're releasing those things, and you know, getting more in touch and in tune with spirit and with Christ and your desires and your soul's purpose. Then we have Truth Hurts. So you're washing this person out of your hair, releasing it, letting them go. And because you now realize the truth, see the truth, and acknowledge the truth, and understanding the truth, being able to process it. And then we have Fair with Kendrick. And then when I saw that, all the part that popped in my head was like, I'm talking fair. Like, it's like now that you know, what? Oh, it's like now that you're no longer there, it's like, and you're doing certain things, they're realizing like, oh shit, like now they believe you, like, oh shit, like this time it's she meant it, like we really done, like for real. So like I was saying over here with the Sign of the Times, like they didn't really take it seriously, but you took it seriously. It's like now they're realizing like it is serious, and all this came out together. So little, now they believe in because they're scared and they see the truth now that you actually are leaving, and you're closing this person out, and you're also healing from whatever this person is doing. If you are healing, some of them see that you're healing, and you're seeing and you're finding your own truth in the situation. You're closing it out, and where they wanted to come back and try to like get another shot is like You a whole new person now. So like on here it says Manny Mullah, but then like I said, like his actual, if you try to listen to it, you have to literally put it in Manual of the Prophet. So it's like you a whole new person. You different now. Your name changed. Like, whose name changed in the Bible? It was mad people name changed. Hold on, give me a done. Wait a minute, okay? Where Saul? There we go. Where Saul became Paul, okay? And Abraham or Abram became Abraham, okay? I forgot what Sarah was before Sarah, but name was changing because they a whole new different person. Somebody else was out here battling, was out here wrestling and tussling with an angel or God, somebody injured their hip and then got a whole new name to, indicate like, yo, you was out here really, fighting a whole spiritual battle and you did it. You succeeded. You a whole new person because you learned new things. You overcame this, and the third. Now this is your name. Like, you a whole different person from what you once were. So it's like, let's say you were Shanae before this person. You still Shanae, but now you like Shanae. Well, healing and recovering. Like, you Shanae 2.0. Like, you a whole new addition. This person is still focused on 1.0. And it's just like, you ain't there no more. Like, you on, it's like they will have to catch up to the 2, and you, while you trying to work on getting into 3.0, it's like they have a lot of catching up to do, and it doesn't even make sense, or is it even worth it for them to try to? And it was just the same people that are trying to oppress you. So it's like, you are moving up to 3 or making your way onto 3, and they trying to bring you down to back to 1, and it's like, why would you downgrade when you're trying to upgrade? That kind of thing. That's how you can tell, again, if it's a true or a fake fame. Like, it will never try to keep you stagnant or try to get you to decrease or take away from you, and or diminish you or anything like that. And this person pretty much did that. And then we have I'm Coming Out by Diana Ross. So, yeah, like, you going out, you want the world to know, like, you relaxing, you chilling, you see a new outlet on life, like, you freshly single, you out here, you trying to figure things out. Like Mariah Carey said, you're gonna do the best you can with what you got, and that's what you doing. And this person is trying to fuck it up. Try to fuck up everything that you got. Like, you don't got much, and they trying to make it look like trying to decrease it even more. And it's like, stop. Okay, stop. Like, and if you have 5%, they trying to like decrease that to like 3.5. And it's like, stop. Come on now. It's like, so it's like, you going out with your 5%, you chilling with your 5%, you happy with your 5%, you working on getting to 10%. And when you get to that 10%, you gonna get to 20. And then you get to 20, you gonna be like, matter of fact, fuck 30, I'm gonna get to 40%. Like, you, that kind of thing. And it's like, where this person is trying to do nothing but trying to bring you down and diminish you, it's, you need to just don't do it. Just don't fall for it. Then we have, so that pretty much explains all this. Oh, might also try to use sex, but that didn't really come up here. So the bottom of the deck for this was Switch by by Black, and Energy by Carrie Hilton. We had over here, so these pretty much 2 ties together. Also, all of them came out together in a reading before. These 2 next to each other like they are now, and these 2, I believe, for sure. No, these 4 or for sure came out in the reading together, and this was separate. But yeah. So now with Habitual Pain by, I'm gonna spell it because I don't know how to say it. P H, see, because it makes the F, okay? O-R-A. What he says, Funny how the people closest to you, funny how the people's closest and people we love always end up being snakes in disguise. They said I couldn't. They said that I can't, but be what. They said I couldn't. They say I can't be what I want in life and prosper my goals. They're staring. They're laughing right at me. And they want you to, then I wrote that they want you to feel ashamed. But then this song is also with the habitual pain. It's talking about like cycles. It could be generational cycles. Like we have over here with Henry Styles with the sign of the time. Some of them, see that I hit my hand, okay, and I hit it on the knuckle. You know, you get the nail on the head. It could be generational, okay. Some of them could be generational, and some of the shit could just simply be keep going on this cycle round and round with this person. It's like you don't realize the pattern or the cycle. Which one is it? So then we can figure out like how to the signs to look for it. And then he also says in this song that I want to get away. So you want to get away from this person, or this person want to get away from you. Somebody want to get away from somebody. Then we have Love Like Whoa by Ready Set, and I forgot what song this came out with before. Then we have I'm giving all that I got to make you stay, or am I just a roadblock in your way? And I might drive myself insane if those lips aren't speaking my name. And then we have Say My Name over here. But then in this song, if you recall, she was like, if you're not with somebody, then say my name. They driving you insane because you know that they with somebody, but they sit here trying to tell you like, oh, you're just being like, you not like being crazy. Like you're jumping to conclusions, you're making assumptions, but like you're not making assumptions. You telling like it's straight facts. Somebody is there. But they can't say who's there. Because you, technically, either you're not supposed to be there, okay? Or there's actual somebody is not supposed to be there, okay? So somebody, something. Okay, I don't know who is not supposed to be there, but I just know this person was doing shit. And now they are pretty much just getting caught with their hands in the cookie jar. And they're going to try and make it seem like their hands were never in the cookie jar, even though you caught them with their hand in the cookie jar. And then we have Love So Strong, Then You Moved On. Can I get a break? Some. How can I say no when your love is like, whoa? I think in this song he even talk about like his love being a drug and a relapse. But either way, then we have I Feel It Coming with The Weeknd. So with this, I hate that you're married and stuff like that, and with that being with the sign of the times, like they know like either you starting to realize this cycle that once you just get to a certain point in your healing or get to a certain point in something, then here's this person coming. You know that this person is coming. You feel like this person is coming. Or like I'm like I said with this habitual, that I'm saying like something about like they love being a drug, and I was talking about it being a fix and stuff like that. They know at some point in time you're gonna relapse, and they pretty much are hoping on that, so you can come back to them and start this whole cycle back up again. And then we have over here with I Say a Little Prayer for You, and that made with Aretha Franklin, and that made me a little bit uneasy because I was just like that prayer doesn't sound like a prayer, okay? And then I used the spell deck and come to find out a bitch was right. And then we have Forever and Ever. We never will part. Oh, how I love you together forever. That's how it must be. Living without you will mean heartbreak for me. And then I have on here love bombing. Because that shit was a lie. Because if that's the case, they would not have got this other person. It's like it's a whole like it's something there that they're not trying to tell you, trying to express, trying to talk about, and it's just like why not? Then we have Be Strong by Sizzla. So it's like if you are healing from this, right? And it's like continue being strong and persevere through it, because it is worth it. You don't need this person. And like I said, with this imperfections, the imperfections aren't going anywhere once you start to embrace them and stop trying to reject them as if they're gonna go somewhere. It's not that they go somewhere. You're more aware of it and realizing like this is a part of you. And even though you have these imperfections, it also helps you and makes you a human. And with the right person, like your actual twin flames and your actual soulmates, the things that you deemed as imperfections aren't seen as imperfections. They're seen as not even like minor setbacks. They're just seen as spots that or areas where you can improve. And if they have the knowledge and the education, that they help you improve those knowledge and be able to move on. And same thing with you, like you help them in areas that they're not so knowledgeable in, and vice versa. And so that's so you're being persistent and consistent through obstacles and adversity and challenges and stuff like that. Because with some people, like that's pretty much shadow work, and it's really hard for some people to realize that you have flaws and fully accept those flaws, and then understanding like that's a part of loving yourself, to accept that you have these flaws. They are a part of you. They made you who you are. You did the best that you can with what you got. Okay? And it's like now you have the opportunity to get and receive more, so why not go for it? And it's gonna be difficult, which is why you need to be consistent and persistent in what you're doing. And then we have So What by Pink. So it's like you don't care. It's like now that you're strong, you did it all. Like you don't care what anybody's saying. You don't. This is like so what? You're gonna go wild. You're gonna have fun. You're going to do what makes you happy. But switch back to this. But switch over here. It talks about like switching. Walk a mile in somebody else's shoes, and it's like once y'all do that, then they will understand like what they was doing to you, what they was putting you, all that energy that they was taking from you. It's like now when they switch, and it's like, or if they in that situation and that person taking energy and like stifling them and draining them, now they understand like, oh, this is what I was doing to this person. This is why this person is not in my life. This is why a lot of people aren't in my life. And then funny thing with this, it was Relentless Again by Moneybagg Yo, and then Be Strong, and then Be Strong came out of here. So it's just like, like they sing on them like on back on my bullshit and da 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 da. It's like you were just pretty much back on the shit you was doing before you got into a relationship with this person, or before you got into the fling with this person. Like, you're not gonna be out here unless you was doing that before. Then it's like that's what you're doing before, and it's like, alright, Sway, that's you. I don't know, you do you. But it's you pretty much back to focusing on you and hustling. Not even hustling, but working to get to what you want, the way that you want to get it. So like I said, with this I say a little prayer for you. I was uneasy and I didn't pull out my little spell deck, right? So they did a moon spell, a money spell, So everyday spell and a love spell and another everyday spell, and then we have a moon spell right here. So I'm pretty much going to explain to you what that little prayer is. So, okay, if they were the one that did the prayer, right? The spell, one spell was that says open your third eye. They pretty much didn't want you to be. They wanted it to be closed. You never be able to figure this out, deduce this, get it, put it together. Then we have elixir of love. So don't be careful who you drink from, who you eat from. Sun moon spell. So they was doing this day and night. All day and night. Whatever time of day it was, they wished this, they was praying for it, they hoped it, they wanted it. And then we have spell of wealth on a Thursday. See? Yeah, you can't. Okay, because the spell with wealth, it talks about, it gives a day, and it also talks about the moon, but it also talks about your third eye. So it's like you couldn't have. But over here, and I heard you got married when it said like you manifested this. They didn't want you to be able to manifest yourself out of this or manifest wealth for yourself. Yeah, they did some extra shit on Friday night. So they did that Thursday night, and then on Friday night they had a whole new thing to do. So every day they probably did like a love spell, but on Thursday nights and on Friday nights. On Thursday nights they did money spell. On Friday nights they did. They probably gathered a group of people too to talk, like either to talk shit about you, to have a party. Or say have a party and get like expense, but pretty much to leave you out. So if on Friday nights, they probably like every Friday night they would go out and do something, and then in that situation, for some reason, somehow, some way, they either bring your name up, say something about you, so everybody can talk about you, but then it's like pretty much make it like. They also wanted like to rock. It's weird. Yeah, everyday spell. Yeah, and they didn't want you to be able to realize this or put it together. And then on this one, yeah, because they wanted you to think that they wanted you to continue to think that this person was your soulmate. Funny enough, I was also talking about candles. Candles came out twice. Yeah. Your growth wouldn't affect the flame. Your soulmate or your twin flame is actually supposed to help you grow, not stop you from growing. So now, let's look. So we have fury with offense, madness, unpleasantness. And then we have readiness with preparations, prompt arrangement with apologize, guilt, confession, forgiveness. And then we have compromise with agreement, reconciliation, and consideration. Are they ready to come in and apologize and make a compromise? Or, okay, a couple of things. A few things. You could be the one that just feel like, oh, all this could be done if it was just like a simple apology. Everything could be forgiven. Y'all can compromise. come to like a equal ground, and you were ready to do that, where this person was unpleasant and just wanted like what they wanted, pretty much being a brat. Well, they did say this person was petty, but just being a brat pretty much. Then we have okay, stability, harmony, and acceptance. Oh, they was ready for you to like to accept their fury and their unpleasantness. You apologize on their behalf or for them, or they could just simply apologize, compromise, reconcile, and stuff like that, and you be okay with it. But they never change. Because that was also in the song. This person never changed. Because they don't see anything wrong with their ways. Yeah, we have ritual, ceremony, um, mystical, mystery, not mystical, magic. Right, and then we have they have a Friday ritual. They doing that shit every fucking Friday. And it's like you spending all this time, effort, all these Fridays you sitting here wasting doing that. But she over here like, how you gonna, if you barely pleasing me, how you gonna take care of your kids? You worried about my money when you should be worried about your money. Like, it's a lot of things that's wrong with this person that I'm not understanding. Like, then we have natural disaster, risk, frustration, survival. Oh, and then, hold on. Then we have, well, over here, but the top and the bottom of the deck, we have in the club, but we already know that you're going to be outside because you already have, I'm coming out. So you in the club, you out, you celebrating, you doing, you having a great time. And then, that's from 50 Cent. Then we have I'm Sorry, that's from Lil Uzi Vert, right? And then in that song, he was like, I'm sorry for everything I ever said. I'm sorry if my words messed with your head. You feel like you're better off dead and stuff like that. And so he's apologizing. But then when you fully listen to stuff listen to stuff. When you fully listen to the song, they've been watching you somehow, some way, some form. They are aware and they know what you're doing somehow. And it's like they see that you're healing, they see that you're moving on. Which is why they're trying to come back to you to stop it, but they gonna try and make it seem like to other people like you on them, like you're sweating them, like you blowing up their phone. Because at the end of the song, he was like, so stop calling me, like now stop calling me, that kind of thing. It's like, they came to you, but they gonna try to make it seem like you came to them. And it's just like, what? Like that kind of, like, and also, they were trying to make it seem like there was an accident, which is why this person is dangerous. This person was aware of what they were doing. They know what they was doing the whole time. They was consciously aware of what they was doing the whole time. They just didn't give a fuck. They don't want you to know that they didn't give a fuck, but they knew that they knew that they don't give a fuck, and they know they don't give a fuck. But you can't know that they don't give a fuck, but that they didn't give a fuck, and that they will hurt your feelings again. Doing the exact same thing. Then we have robbery. Yeah. Exploitation and caution and unfairness. So you was ready to reconcile with this person, put it to the side, or forgive if there was an apology, like if y'all can have like a mutual common ground. Well, this person wanted. They just wanted their own way where they can get away with highway robbery, whatever the fuck they was doing with their hand in the cookie jar. They just want to be able to continue to do that, and you to be okay with it. Even though it was causing nothing but disaster, you should fix it and take care of them, even though they was sitting here doing things to throw like monkey wrenches or throw like curveballs in the way and stuff like that. And they purposely created those curveballs. And then even recruited people and got people to join together in it. to the point it became a damn ritual and a fucking ceremony. You did that, and you weren't invited. Like, you're literally the theme of this party every fucking Friday, and you're not invited. You're not even there, but your name is being brought up. Then if you were there, your name won't be brought up. It'll be completely different. So they doing all this shit behind your back. But you was the one that's supposed to be scared. It's like they're the ones that's actually scared, but they try to make it seem like you're the one that's scared. And it's just like, that's confusing to me. Very confusing to me. Very, very confusing to me. And then we have soulmates. Right, from my Heal Yourself deck. Then we have alchemy. Letting go. Help from above. Discovering your life purpose. Wild. And entrapment. Sadness. And so it's like what you need to heal. Okay, so pretty much from the Heal Yourself deck is you're able, with this alchemy being here, because that's also the magician, you're able to transform this and change this around and transmute this into something else, but you first have to let it go. Would you let go of your expectation and realize that spirit is helping you? They've been helping you this whole time. It's just what you want and how you expect it to be, that's not how it's going to be, and that's the problem. But you have to realize that that is not for your greater good, which is why it's not going to happen. And going in that route, in that direction, you will never find your life purpose, or even discover your life purpose, or anything like that, because this person is trying to entrap you in something that you pretty much didn't sign up. That's what, like, there is a child, and I even did a video like, if there is a child, that, like, this person has 2 lives, right? Maybe even fucking 3. Nobody knows, but this person, right? That child is about to be able to do the exact same thing and be able to copy and mimic the having the multiple, like, kind of things, because they was able to see it and witness it from a child. And with this wild, it's like where you are now is very wild and unknown to you, in unknown territories, and you feel like letting this go, you're gonna be also in the wild and unknown territories. But it's just like where you still, like, where right now you're in unknown territories because you feel like this person was telling you the truth and they weren't telling you the truth. So either way, it's like where if you go in a direction, at least you know that you chose this direction, versus where somebody else made this choice for you, right? With this entrapment, that was pretty much somebody else making this choice for you. And it's like you can transform this, release yourself from it by letting it go and walking away and realizing that spirit has been trying to tell you, like, this wasn't good for you, wasn't beneficial to you in any way, shape, or form this whole time, which is why they was trying to release it and let it go. Trying to help you release it and let it go because because it wasn't beneficial for you and you needed to let it go and put it behind you and put it and leave it in the past. So now we have, with aromatherapy deck, we have turmeric with rebuild the body, mind, and spirit. And then we have Euro with heal physical and emotional wounds. Then we have celery with detoxify and release. Orange with, hold on, pretty much provides energy. Like it provides. They just pretty much use two different words to say the same thing. And then we have caramel with promotes calmness and not caramel, caramel. You know the tea bag that put you to sleep. There we go. Promotes calmness and peace. And then we have cardamom with clarification and uplifting the spirit. So for building the body. Okay, with this sadness and this entrapment, you might think it's just emotional, but your emotions can also affect your body. Like stress also affects your body in multiple ways than just one. Like stress can develop a lot of stress. You can develop love handles because of the stress hormones. That's where it tailors to. It just more so goes in that direction. That part of your body. So with this healing your physical and your emotional wounds, and also your mental, because it's with this with PTSD, it affects a lot of things more than just one area, and it's like you didn't realize it was affecting you in that much until you're no longer around this person with the detoxifying and leaving. Like then you realize and see and notice the effects that being around this person or being in this scenario, in this situation, has caused. But it's like also by releasing this person and walking away, by have release and we have let go here, you get back the energy that was once lost, robbed from you, stuff like that, and your life become more peaceful because you're letting go of the person that was bringing in the problems and the peace, and starts to come in because this person would have just destroyed it. So then we have the tarot cards. Right, with the Two of Pentacles reverse. So you're no longer multitasking, or can no longer multitask and juggle, going back and forth and swaying. So when before she was like, I don't want to choose, but it's like if you do have to choose, you are choosing yourself, and we had that before too. Then we have Judgment. Yeah, like you're making the decision to no longer multitask and go back and forth. Yeah, you choosing yourself. You choosing happiness. Then we have the Hierophant. Yes. Then we have the Five of Wands. It's like you choosing yourself, choosing not to go back and forth with this person, choosing to heal your imperfections. Your if you are the problem, it's like you choosing to fix that and heal that by yourself, and not letting everybody see the quote unquote wreck that you are, the mess that you are. And it's like they want, like, now that you are healed and you are about to step out, make your debut and stuff like that with the new person that you are, they are trying to cause conflict and competition because they know that you're not gonna allow them to come back in because they fucked up that chance and that opportunity by sabotaging this relationship with the shit that they do. And it's like, now that now they're just gonna come back in and fuck it up more, and just like, and it's no, it's not fair. It's like, you made this decision, and then with the Hierophant here, and then with the help from above, it's like, so below is above. Like, above, you're not with this person. This person was never really actually a soulmate. This person was a karmic. And now that the karmic cycle is up and is over, like, now that you see everything for what it is with this clarity, because the sun is shining a light on everything. It's like, now that you see everything for what it is, you see this person for who it is and what it is, because you read a book, you're knowledging in it, you making better decisions. Now that you know better, you're doing better, and you're defending yourself and standing up for yourself. So it's like, even if they're trying to come in with chaos and confusion and competition, you're letting that go, because you realize it makes no sense to compete with people, especially if they're broken. It makes no. What popped in my head just now was when in Seven Deadly Sins, when Escanor was about to fight one of the guys in the Ten Commandments, but he was already stricken down by his own commandment. So Escanor was like, I apologize, but it wouldn't be much of a fight. Don't feel bad that I don't want to fight you, but it's not really a fight. It wouldn't make any sense because you can't really fight back. It's not worth it. So it's like, you realize the competition in the battle is just not worth it. So you just let it go. It's like one thing off your plate. And then we have Death, clarifying the Two of Pentacles. Like, you stop juggling. You're not doing it anymore. And it's like, this, it can't. Normally it's like, it's death, rebirth. Like, this is like, it's not starting back up again. Like, you're not, once you learn your life purpose and live your life purpose, like, you're not competing with anybody anymore. You're not going back and forth with people. You see, like, you understand, like, it's not really worth it. And then we have Hangman. Like, yeah, you just leave it where it is. You see things in a new perspective, which is why you're not going back and forth with people anymore. Like, they did what they did. They really wanted to apologize. They would have apologized, and they would have meant it, not just say it just to say it, or just apologize to get themselves out of a situation. They would literally apologize because they meant it. Yeah, the Star. That's mad major arcanas, because this is a major turning point. Like, as you release this person, a lot of things start changing. Like, you find your life purpose, you live in your life purpose, you trust yourself, believe in yourself, love yourself, and especially with the Star being coming out, then it means there's a tower. There was already this shift and things coming down. And it could be this separation, this breaking up and stuff like that. You act like you broke up with this person, and actually, like, if you, let's say you were sleeping with this person, you're no longer doing that and stuff like that, or sneaker leaking and stuff like that. You're not doing that or entertaining that idea of getting back with this person and stuff like that. Like, you're letting all that end where it is. And we have the Three of Pentacles. You start, it's like, once you do that, you start building out of the new version of yourself rather than the old version of yourself. Yeah, the Four of Cups. Where before, where everybody wanted you, where you were just focusing on what was happening in front of you and not realizing the help or the benefits or the blessing that was on this side. So because you rejected it because you wanted these people to be around, you're now disappointed that you did that, because it's like, you could have saved so much time on the right direction. But also with this Judgment being here and then Hangman, is like, whoever needs to be in like spiritual prison will be in spiritual prison. Like, whoever you made the decision and you close out the cycle, whoever is stuck in that cycle is stuck in that cycle, and it is what it is. Like, you see things in a new perspective, and a whole, like a very, where the Seven of Wands, right, is also talking about like a new perspective and like a higher ground, where the hangman is in a tree. He has nothing, like have he can see everything, right? It's like you see everything in a completely different view, in a completely different way, and why you was stuck in this rut and stuff like that, and it's because of the decision that you're making. And it's like once you stop making those choices and working out of ego and work more out of a higher state of mind, you see the benefits and the like and the change in your life, which is why you start being happier and actually to be can be yourself and express yourself the way that you want to be. You feel innocent, childlike, even pure, but also have that maturity to you, right? um because with the higher fit, like you also have like that, like that maturity, but also that spiritual guides who like somebody can come to you and ask you questions, and you lead them on the right direction in a good road. Like they want to work with you and stuff like that. But the people that's like trying to compete with you, like you apathetic to. You don't really care to. You rejecting that and focusing on the people that you can, like you can work on. You're not always so hypercritical or hyper focused on the negative. It's like the negative is there. You see the negative. You're not gonna address it, but you're not gonna dwell on it, stress it out, like as you did before, like let make a broadcast of it and let this person know like you saw what they did, kind of thing. It's like you see it, you peep, and with this alchemy you moved accordingly. You just cut this person off. They know what they did. They know why you cut them off. It's like they want confirmation to be like, oh, is this why you cut me off? And it's like, you know what you did. But they don't want everybody else to know what they did. So they want to know what you're telling people so they can either come up with something to counter it or to try to put everything on you. As if they are blameless in the fault or in the situation, but that's not the case. Alright. And then with the moon spells being out here, I got the moon deck. So we have faith in your dream. Full, well, waxing crescent. Sorry, full waxing crescent. Waxing crescent. Oh, so we have whining crescent here. And then we have, okay, in the reverse, new moon and Cancer, with you and your loved ones are safe, but then they was doing money spell on the new moon on a Thursday. So they didn't want you to have enough money or finances to take care of you and or your family. Then we have a conclusion conclusions are within reach. A full moon eclipse. So like I said with the tower that came out, like the shift was already happening. The shift already happened at the scene at the start came out here. So this eclipse moment already happened. The shift already happened. So where they didn't want you to be able to take care of your family or stuff like that, that's behind you now. Then we have things are gaining momentum, waxing moon. And then we have it's time to give rather than take. So with this, the things that are in conclusion is like now, what this person was taking from you, taking nothing but your energy, your time, your ideas, your creativity, your happiness, your joy. It's like it's now time for all that to be given back to you. All the spells that they was doing, all it's now time for all that to come to an end, to come to a cease, and all that's gonna go right back to them. So everything that they wanted you to battle, they're now about to battle and have to face and go through. So whatever spell that they was wishing, they pretty much that order they have to deal with that. So we have vegans in reverse. So this person is codependent, don't have any sorts of peace. And then we have pentagram with harmony, protection, and idealism. So their idea of protection is codependency. And then we have the tall ones reverse and earth element reverse. So uncertainty, distrust, and guarded. That's what I'm saying. This person gonna try to make it seem like they didn't know what they was doing when they actually knew what they were doing. They did this shit on purpose. They intentionally did the shit. They are unstable. They don't make any sense. They just didn't intend for you to find out. So if you're like, oh, when is gonna tell you? Bitch, never. Never. Be like, oh, you wanted to get married? They probably would have never married you. Or they probably would have married you, and then you would have tried to figure out, why is my husband going to jail? And it's be like, because you can't marry two. In America, you can't marry two people. Legally, you can't marry two people. You can't marry two people. It's a whole law. It's a whole. I think it's bigamy. Like you can't do it. It's illegal. And they literally trying to do that. And it's like, well, like you just it's like you can't do, like they literally have two families and trying to have two lives and two of everything is pretty much. And it just don't make sense to me. But they're gonna try to make it seem like they didn't do it on purpose, but they did it on purpose. And the sun is a star, for one. So it's just the earth, what we have here, is closest to the sun. But this person is so far away from the damn sun, it's coming out to be a star, like a little speck. So it's like you're nowhere near this person. But it's like now that you're nowhere near them, now it's like you're seeing everything clearly. And have a whole new point of view and perspective on things and why you are more so working with spirit and like apathetic to like your past and not really focusing on it and like to what this person is trying to do. Like you're, like I said before, like you're letting go of this person and the relationship, everything. But yeah, that's all I have to say for this reading. If you feel like this reading resonated with you or you liked it, then please like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you for watching.